And Venezuela has a new strategy to get rid of long food lines and to fill bare store shelves. Now the government is adopting a new ID card system to limit purchases at some state-run stores, but critics wonder if this will actually help. Well, CCTV's Martin Markovits is in Caracas with more. Martin, what is this new plan?
Hi, Michelle. Yes, widespread shortages and long lines are now a common occurrence in Caracas and all of Venezuela. But now the government has introduced a new electronic card system that they hope will remedy this problem. For the last 6 months, Eclis Moreno has come to this government-run supermarket only to find mostly empty shelves, which is why she is relieved the government has stepped in.
This registration system should make it easier to buy at any of the supermarkets. I think it's good because it benefits the consumer and the people.
Shoppers are now lining up to register for a new electronic card that limits shopping at some government-run markets to just once a week. President Nicolas Maduro enacted the measure to curb Venezuela's high inflation, which stands at more than 50%, and the widespread shortages of almost all basic staples like cooking oil, milk, and even toilet paper.
This will allow the majority of the customers to have access to the product, and this way, not just one group benefits. Here we sell it at regulated prices. A lot of people would come here and buy products in bulk here and then sell them at exorbitant prices.
President Maduro has blamed these shortages on hoarding by big producers and individuals in an effort to destabilize his government. Taking advantage of Venezuela's price controls, contraband goods have become a lucrative business in neighboring Colombia, where these products can sell for prices at least 10 times more. It is estimated that almost 40% of Venezuela's food is illegally transported across the border. But Venezuela's opposition says the crisis is a symptom of the Maduro government's failed socialist policies. They say the strict price and currency controls, along with the government's heavy-handed intervention in the economy, have both led to economic disaster.
We never saw this before in Venezuela. This is new. What happened is that domestic production has been destroyed. You can see it with confiscations and interventions of farms, the expropriation of big companies, and the control of the exchange rate.
Yeah, this new electronic ration card system will only be tested in some government-run stores. Officials hope if it is a success, it will be implemented in all subsidized stores nationwide very soon.
All right, Martin, in the meantime, big day. President Maduro celebrating his first year in office earlier this week. What do political observers say have been his accomplishments during his first year in office?
Well, it's been a very tough year for President Maduro. Following in the footsteps of a larger-than-life figure like Hugo Chavez was very difficult indeed. In the past year, annual inflation has doubled to 57%, while long lines and shortages of goods are now part of everyday life. These economic problems, along with soaring crime rates, help kickstart the current anti-government demonstrations, which are the largest in more than a decade. But at the same time, many people have applauded Maduro for maintaining control of his government and keeping most of Hugo Chavez's socialist policies alive. Maduro's supporters say that Venezuela has been a victim of an economic war by big producers, and they say they have purposely hoarded products in order to create crippling inflation and shortages to destabilize the country. And Maduro has responded by increasing government intervention in the economy, by sending the military to enforce price controls in department stores and supermarkets. But he has also shown to be practical, too. Responding to calls by most free market economists to cut price and currency controls, Maduro presided over the largest devaluation ever of his country's currency. And despite the massive protests against his government, demonstrators have failed to convince the majority of the poor, Maduro's main political base, to join them, thus making it highly unlikely that they will be able to topple his government anytime soon.
All right. Well, thank you for that update, Martin Markovits in Caracas.